This scares me a lot. Welcome back to When I'm Not Podcasting. Virtual influencers making real money while COVID locks down human stars. I don't want to repeat that, but yes, you heard me right. The pandemic isn't a problem when you're computer generated. Bloomberg writes this story. Story goes, virtual influencers were already gaining influence long before COVID-19. So they talk about a virtual influencer named Seraphine. Flowing pink hair and cat-themed Instagram posts have already attracted thousands of fans when the news she was created by Riot Games behind the smash hit esports game League of Legends, and they set her account viral. Her follower count right now is 400,000. She's making appearances in Shanghai to promote her music. While most flesh and blood social media stars are stuck at home, despite not being real, she still sometimes wears a mask. This is stupid. You know it is stupid. Come on. Now, when it comes to influencer marketing, brands are expected to spend as much as $15 billion annually in 2022, which will be an increase up from $8 billion, almost double the amount. Seraphine, who on October 13th was revealed to be a playable character on League of Legends, which draws as many as 8 million concurrent daily users, is about one of 125 active virtual influencers. More than 50 of those debuted on social media in the 18 months to June 2020. On YouTube, virtual influencers number more than 5,000. This is ridiculous. This is scary. Just saying. Digital avatars developed by creative agencies, the biggest influencers. First we had e-girls. Now we have virtual e-girls. This is really silly, okay? Come on. With 2.8 million social media followers and a fee of about $8,500 per sponsored post, Lil Miquela, a model who's done promotions for Calvin Klein, Prada, and other fashion brands, is the industry's highest earner. OnBuy, a UK-based online marketplace, estimates that Lil Miquela will make about $11.7 million for her creators this year. God. So it's just, AI. Let's not even bother about real people making money. The corporations are making money. This is silly. This is horrible. So when you can't get people that you want to go ahead and put money on, and you just want to go ahead and create a robot or just create some kind of a simulation, that's what you're going to do now to sell products. Don't worry about real people. You want to not even humanize it anymore. That's just silly. I mean, I guess that's what's going to happen down the line. This is the future. I mean, that's exactly what it is, but it looks pretty bad. And I'm not buying into it myself, so I'm just saying. The pandemic may be bringing virtual influencers to the forefront, but the trend's real driver is Gen Z. Being fictional doesn't make an influencers like Seraphine any less relatable to this audience, says Patrick Morales, the character's creative director at Riot Games. Quote, knowing the interests and browsing habits of our young and tech-savvy player base, it became apparent that social media provided a potential platform for storytelling in a way that wasn't possible for other parts of our fantasy-based IP, intellectual property. And then you have more, and again, the marketing and the promotion and the merchandising are going crazy. So investors are interested now. Super Plastic Inc., it's a Vermont-based animation and entertainment branding company behind influencers Janky and Gugemon, as well as a range of art, toys, and apparel, have raised $10 million in seed funding, investment money, as well as $6 million in October 2020. Craft Ventures, SV Angels, and Scooter Braun, who manages Ariana Grande and Justin Bieber, are among those who have invested in this. And AW Inc., AWW Inc., is a Japanese startup. They also have their own funding of $1 million in a seed round in September, where they have virtual humans such as Ima and Plastic Boy. Oh boy, this is really serious. Scrolling on your phone quickly, you could be forgiven for thinking Oz Emma, I guess, who has bright pink hair, goofy dance moves, and a stylish wardrobe, is human. More than 300,000 Instagram followers see her partnerships with brands like LVMH's Celine. She shot editorials with fashion magazines and participates in viral challenges on video sharing app TikTok, where her version of the Sync Challenge involves a handshake that ends with a mimed gunshot. Her social posts show her visiting art galleries and in a recent campaign for IKEA, living inside the Swedish homeware giant store in Tokyo in their trendy Harajuku district. Yeah, there you go. Fascinating. That's wonderful. This should scare people, okay? This should scare people. Like, I'll tell you, I can't stand where we're seeing all this go. It feels weird to see all this stuff. Jinky, House of Plastic. And I'm looking at the pictures on here. You just got to look at the link yourself that I put here on the page just to see what they have. So, Emma was originally intended as an art project rather than a marketing tool and just happened to attract sponsorship. Give these corporate people a chance to go and take a look at any way to go ahead and cut some money and cut some people out of money. That's what you do. That's what they did. That's just how it is. Because they both live in the physical world and a digital one, there really isn't a limit to their universe. Super Plastic founder Paul Budnett said in an email, Guggimon can hang out with the Chainsmokers and Rico Nasty, and the next day drive his DeLorean through a convenience store window. All our characters will wear real clothing labels, eat real food, and drive real cars. So it's a mix between reality and hyper-reality. This scares me. This shit scares me right here. Okay? So the celebrities, they're too big of pussies to go ahead and talk with real people. No, we're going to let them talk to fucking virtual robots. Is anybody else a little bit concerned about this? Still, the ability to travel anywhere, anytime doesn't preclude an affinity for home. In a recent Instagram post, Seraphine is in her bedroom, cuddling her cat above the caption, self-care together. And has over 100,000 likes. Who are these fucking people that are watching this shit? I'm telling you, man, I don't know who thinks this is a great idea right here of seeing where you are so dystopic. Well, this is like Ready Player One or something like that. It's like Blade Runner 2024 or 2040, whatever it was, 2050. I'm just saying, I can't see myself this. I want humanization. I want humans talking to humans. And then you're going to have these characters in perpetuity stay out there because they're not going to have to get older. And you're just going to keep replenishing them for every audience without any change. If this is what corporate thinks is a good idea, I don't want to be a part of it. This should scare people. It scares me. Virtual influencers. But again, it's a testament to the corporate sense, the mentality of branding and marketing the people. God forbid you don't, because the thing is, the celebrities are already falling apart and they're dead, okay? They're basically dead in the water. They're fake. They can't relate to anybody now because of Zoom and COVID and all this other bullshit. So now we're going to use fake animation because corporate and the branding people have failed. They have failed. They can't find people to work with. They don't want to give new people, new young faces the chance to go and work. They can't find a way to recruit anybody or audition. They don't want to spend any money. They want to spend money on the technology, which is what corporate wants to do. Technology they spend on only because it gets to downsize what they have to spend. They get to keep more of the money. I get why they're doing it, but I don't like it. We'll see what plays out of this, but let me tell you, I'm going to try to avoid it like the plague. Avoid it like COVID. I'll leave it there. Talk to you next time.